We're in the process going live.
Of the Full of Cum podcast. This is the Full Spectrum's After Hours podcast.
I just realized I forgot to boot Restream bot.
Sex, love, and more sex.
Thanks, Andrew. Glad you're on that. Please continue to vamp while I retweet.
We're not live, are we?
Of course we are.
We definitely are.
Wait, are we live?
Yes. I asked if you were ready to kick this
He was
off.
going live, and you started saying that.
You said
that
yes,
was
then I said going live.
Well, if nobody's there already.
They're gonna
probably
watch
not, but they'll watch the VOD.
Oh no!
And also, people are already here. There are comments already coming in.
I gotta get that. How do I get to see the restream comments?
So
I don't know if it's restream.
if you have the stream itself pulled up, then you can view them that way. Alternatively, you'd have to log into our restream, which would log me out of it. But you could also just have the YouTube chat popped out and then the Twitch chat popped out, because we don't ever get people talking on Mixer. I don't
wonder why. Dead platform, right? Right.
Well, Ninja went there.
Right, Ninja. Right, guys.
All right.
For some reason, I don't see the stream on YouTube.
Yep, don't see it.
It shows live on my end.
It doesn't show live on my
You
end.
refresh.
It shows live on Twitch.
Do we have anybody on Twitch that talks to us?
Yeah, we got Roxy's commenting right now on Twitch.
Oh, I'm sorry for the disrespect.
Yeah, they said yep, sex and all.
So I'm not a doctor.
Man, I don't know.
Do you have a lot of patience?
It definitely says it's live on the YouTube side on my end. It says it's been live for 2 minutes. That's weird.
Yeah, like I'm trying to I just can't see.
It's super strange.
I'm looking at my subscriptions and I don't see it at all.
Oh, girl.
I knew you were banned. I read the name instead of just saying, yeah, it's banned. I don't know why.
Like I'm on our YouTube page and I don't see it.
I'm telling you, it says that I'm live over here. I don't know why it's like this.
Oh no, Eric might tune in.
Refresh the page on your end, Pat. See what it says now.
I hate to tell you this, buddy, but I've been refreshing.
Oh no, it says we're live.
How do I pop out? How do I pop out chat? Can I not pop out chat in Twitch?
You can. So if you're a moderator, you have to open as
type something in there and I'll mod
if
you.
you're not a moderator. You just go to the settings, little gear.
What the heck? It says there's people watching on the YouTube side now. Well, that's one way.
They may be.
That's one way to let me know it's you, Andrew.
Okay, I'm just gonna show you my screen.
So
that way
Pat, I don't doubt you. I don't think you're lying to me. All right, Andrew, you've now been modded.
I'm freaking out, man.
I just don't understand why it says that it's not live, even though it is.
The guy I work with does a Morty voice perfectly.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yes.
I just watched last week's episode.
I've only watched the first episode of this season.
I guess what we'll do for now is just continue.
Yeah. When he does it, I try my best to just be like, Morty.
Then the VOD can go up on the YouTube side. But that's really weird. Yeah. But if I was gonna say if you're watching this now, you can't be. If you're watching this on Twitch, the VOD will go up on YouTube.
Wait, why? I'm so confused.
Hear about my sex. That's good.
Oh no, people have already heard about it. I'm telling you. Like
the less people will, they can't watch.
Okay,
it on YouTube.
See if that fixed it. I went to the stream control room, and it took me to a new YouTube stream control room, where I needed to say again that we're not for children. Man, we haven't I just realized we haven't had a. Also, hey Jeff, how's it going? We haven't had an actual public response to the COPPA stuff, the COPA stuff, but That's so annoying on the back end. You would not believe how much trouble it is. I've manually had to go to almost every video we have to mark it as not for children. Oh, thanks for the host. Thank you. We're up on YouTube now? Okay, that was what it was. That's really dumb. Glad that we're up on YouTube now.
Well, I guess YouTube just doesn't like me. I'm just gonna stop messing with it. I can't see our.
No, it wasn't working for me either.
Try it again now, because now it should be working.
I closed YouTube and I'm opening it up again.
It's now. It still doesn't say it for me.
This is gonna be such a fun 5 minutes for anybody that just watches the
Hey,
this says set the reminder. Oh, now it's live. Okay, we good. We good. Wait, no, it says waiting for the full spectrum. December 2nd, 2019 at 7:26.
It is December 2nd.
I know. It just says there's one waiting scheduled for December 2nd.
Let me try going again to the live control room.
I like
Trey,
that.
I will let you know that I have the SD Gun G Generation Cross Race First Impressions queued up. I watched the first couple minutes, but I wanted to go play Disco Elysium, so I stopped.
I understand.
But I am gonna go back and watch it.
It's a good video. I'm gonna talk about the game tonight.
What's on the shelf, guys?
It's a good question.
I'm gonna do one about what's on the shelf.
You should.
And by shelf, I mean digital shelf.
Those videos are fun. Okay, let's just continue, and I guess the YouTube side can watch the VOD for now.
See it on YouTube.
I don't know why it's like this today, but we'll just catch the VOD later, I suppose.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm sorry, everybody that just watches the podcast on YouTube. It'll still go live. It'll VOD up there. But...
Okay, I got a plan. I'm gonna put the link to the Twitch in the chat of YouTube, and then I'll be like, "Hey, something's wrong with the YouTube side."
Can you post the link to YouTube
watch.
and Twitch?
Come watch on Twitch.
Well, if we put the link to the YouTube in the Twitch side, it wouldn't do anything, right? Because
we'll get to a page where it says waiting for the full spectrum.
Oh, never mind. You actually got to a page that says waiting.
Yeah. So it says there's a couple people waiting. Like Band is there. They just said YouTube is being a pain like expected.
Yeah,
but I think Band is also, and they.
It could just be. It could just be that YouTube's acting up again. Like I said, we'll just continue for now, and the VOD will go up. At least if you're on the Twitch side, we're here. This is just so you know, this is why we restream. Because otherwise we wouldn't have a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and anybody...
I've always been on the Twitch side of things.
That's fair. Alright, so...
Hold on. How do I pop out chat on Twitch?
I thought I told you. Okay, so...
No, but I wasn't a mod yet.
Okay, click the gear.
Where's it at?
At the bottom, we're right next to the chat button.
Oh, snap, there's a gear down there.
This is a tutorial. You see where it says switch to non-mod settings? Click that.
There's an in-stream button right here. I could just click it right now.
Now, right above that, it says pop out chat.
I could just click this in-stream button right now and end all of our pain.
Make sure you click that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go, bud. Just like that.
I clicked on the gear. Oh, never mind. and then click on what? Pop out chat?
Yep.
Yay! I can do it.
Hello and welcome to another exciting Twitch-only edition of the Full Spectrum Podcast. YouTube is acting up on the live feed, but that's okay. The VOD will go up and we'll be good to go. My name is Trey.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Patrick.
We are the Full Spectrum. Andrew, everything's fine. Nothing's broken. How's your week been?
Hey, it's weird that you said nothing's broken because I'm trying to go to our channel, our live stream on YouTube.
So help me, Andrew. So help me. So help me. I will remove that pretty emote that I made for the Discord.
No! How do I use it?
You just
click
emotes. You click
another
emotes
tutorial. All
and
right.
then
Hold on,
scroll
hold on,
down to
sorry.
it.
All right, Andrew, this is what you do. Get ready to chat.
YouTube's
You see
new
it?
anti-copa strats. If no one can
Do
stream,
you see
no
the
one
little
can get
face on the far right part of the little
That's
chat
fair.
bar at the bottom?
Wait,
That's
on
fair.
Twitch?
No. On
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 Discord.
Discord. Yeah. If you're looking at our Discord feed right
But-
now with us
But I
talking at the
have to
bottom.
be in R. I have to be in R.
Yeah, you do. So you go to the server.
While they're doing this,
Yeah.
that
Go to
Discord, by the way,
admin.
I can comment
Yeah,
on the
I got
YouTube
it.
side and it comes up on the stream.
Hey,
I do not
There you go,
understand what the heck is going on.
Pretty baby.
So, like I
So
said,
mad.
what it is that it says that we're gonna go live, but for some reason it's not actually accepting that we're live. So what I did was I put the link in there, so that way anybody that shows up to YouTube will see that comment and hopefully click the link and go to the Twitch side.
Doesn't make any
Smart.
sense.
Because all they'll see
Speaking of-
whenever they go to YouTube is that we're gonna go live.
Yeah, I suppose so. What the heck?
Speaking of printies, though.
Okay,
I'm
please,
mad at
Andrew,
this.
please go because YouTube's being dumb. I'm gonna see if I can fix it, but please.
This weekend, Disgaea 1 complete, Disgaea 4 Plus complete, and Disgaea 5 complete on Switch are all on sale.
Wow.
I forgot to buy any of them. So now I can't get them. Although I looked online today when I was at work, and the collector's edition of Disgaea 1 complete, which comes square printy plush and a bunch of other junk, is on sale.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to buy me, it's $80 today. Any takers, guys? Y'all wanna buy me this guy 1 collector's edition?
Andrew, how's your week been?
Oh, we're still doing this?
Yeah, I'm trying to, please. Well, I try to fix this, please.
This is
Please just start the podcast.
this
the
is
struggle.
just this is just the chill
I'm
podcast now.
so
This
stressed
is
out.
just the showcast, my
Please.
man.
We're just gonna shoot the bull while Trey
Yeah.
fix while
Until
Trey's
YouTube works. Until YouTube works.
We don't
Hey, look,
just
we don't
start.
have time
It's
limit
gonna go up on YouTube anyway. Just start your week.
Like we don't have a time limit.
I'm gonna start
on
my
our
week.
podcast.
I'm gonna start my week in a
We don't,
minute.
hey, I'm giving the fans what they want.
Yeah.
We don't have a time limit on the podcast.
That's true. We
So
hit
we
our
can
we hit our
start
$100
Fanboy
Patreon
out
goal.
for
We no
7
longer have a
hours.
2-hour time limit on the podcast. Thank you to all of our patrons.
I'm actually on a podcast while I take a shower tonight, and
Please
while
no.
I'm playing Disco Elysium and all that.
We'll get banned. Please don't.
I'm not gonna take it in there with the shower with me. I'm just
So
gonna podcast one.
I figured out the problem. It's real stupid. You're gonna hate it.
What's the problem?
YouTube made a new control room for going live for live streams.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I can fix it is if we end this stream and start another one.
No,
Because I have to resubmit the stream key. Because apparently it won't let me do that while we're streaming. Because YouTube decided to change the live. The worst part is, all they did was make it dark theme.
Hey, Dark Theme's pretty good.
It's dark theme and the preview has moved over.
That's so 2019.
Why does YouTube always change stuff for no
Hashtag keep it
reason?
dark.
Why? Why do they always do this?
Epic fail.
All right. So next week we'll be streaming live on YouTube like we always do. The VOD will still go up on YouTube. I apologize for the inconvenience.
And you're welcome, fans. I vamped so he could find it out. So really, this could not have been done without me.
Andrew, how's your week been?
Hey, guys, I play video games a lot. I also wasn't at work for the past week. So I got a lot of time to play some vidges.
Yeah.
Guess what? I finished The Outer Worlds.
Top 10?
You like it?
Yeah,
Do Pat's top 10 thing. I'm curious.
What do you mean do Pat's top 10? Okay, hold on.
Is it going to be? Is it in your top 10 right now?
Hold on, let me look at my thing.
You looking at your spreadsheet?
I don't have a spreadsheet. I have a document.
No.
I don't need a spreadsheet for this.
I thought you were
I'm
putting
not
everything
crunching
in
numbers
spreadsheet.
like I am in reviews.
Oh, I figured you were crunching numbers by giving them your own reviews and your own recommendations.
Thank you for the follow, Nine-Tailed Goat.
I broke him. I broke him.
We were moving forward
making
again.
a spreadsheet.
Pat, we were moving forward again.
He's making a spreadsheet that is moving forward.
Hold on.
Synergy.
I'm not gonna make the spreadsheet, but I am making a note on my list to make a spreadsheet with recommendation.
Hey, Trey, you want to guess its recommendation? Not percentage?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Well, it's either 100 or 0. It's on my top 10.
I just want to move forward right now.
Unless I really crunch the numbers, and maybe it's like a 63. So hold on. So let me look at my top 10 here.
Like,
actually more like a top 10.
How was I supposed to know ahead of time that YouTube updated it? When I refresh the page, I always refresh the YouTube stream page before we go live, just to make sure. Because it has a timer on there that says we've been live for a week because it's dumb. So I refresh it. Nothing changes. It doesn't prompt me to go to a new control room. It doesn't do anything different. Then we go live, and it just doesn't work.
Trey, I know you want to talk about yourself.
Stop.
It's my week right now.
I'm sorry. Please continue. I apologize.
Someone insert the stonks meme.
You think YouTube thinks ahead about this stuff? That's a good point.
Stop.
That is a good point, man.
Roxy.
So
420, huh, Roxy?
What are your thoughts then? What's to answer Pat's question? What do you think? Outer Worlds.
The Outer Worlds is top 10.
Ooh.
Which number in the top 10?
Seal of approval. I don't know yet because my numbers are not final until Game of the Year.
Okay.
Dang. He's got a sliding numbers.
I would say if I had to say right now, I would say a lot of good games come out this year.
Yeah.
I would say the 6 to 10 range.
Okay.
The bottom half. Still good though. One of the 10 best games of the year. Okay. I do not understand. I said this in the Discord. I do not understand how it's up for best narrative, I believe, for the Game Awards.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's a good story, and there are a lot of really good side stories, but I just don't think it's best narrative.
Okay.
Like when I look at something like Judgment.
Well, again, the Game Awards forgets Judgment exists, just like they did Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah. It's Japanese, so who cares about that, right? Who cares about either one of those? But it's a good story, and it's worth playing. I definitely think it's worth playing. But I'll talk about another RPG a little bit later in my week that made me like the Outer Worlds less.
Okay.
Because of how different it is, and the Outer Worlds is very familiar. You know, it's basically a Fallout game.
Yeah.
No secret there. But yeah, a lot of fun. Combat's good. I did get to the point. I always play this game stealthily, and I got to the point in this game that I literally just wielded a shotgun and just ran up and shotgun people, or had an assault rifle and I just ran an assault rifle people. And there's a big fight at the end, and instead of fighting guys, I just ran through the room.
Nice.
To go to the next checkpoint.
Nice.
So that's broken.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that.
That's definitely broken. But there was too many guys, and I was like, okay, this is a little ridiculous. I'm just gonna run and see what happens. I saved it earlier. Let me see what happens.
Yeah.
I also watched a 12-minute speed run of the game.
I heard about that.
Which is fascinating. Half of the speed run is spent in the first area.
And then they go out of bounds to go into the final area, right?
They don't go out of bounds.
Really? I need to watch that. Then.
Yeah, there's no out of bounds glitchiness. Well, I don't think there is. There's just some good tactics in there.
I just assumed that they went out of bounds to the final area because that's what so many short speed.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first started watching it. I was like, let's see. But the speed run was amazing, and I love it when devs watch speed runs of their own games.
That's the video I plan on watching of it.
Yeah, that's it. The one I watched was on IGN.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting
I
aspect.
love it with the devs because the devs were like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to be able to do that."
So
and they start guessing what he's doing next.
yeah. The only problem I have with devs watching the speedruns is they did that with the Bloodborne speedruns, and the devs raised the height of the gate so that you couldn't go over it. Which, even if you weren't speedrunning it, being able to skip that gate, get into the second half of the game, and get some of those weapons early was really cool.
So, the thing that they jumped over was not anything. Like, I think it would have taken them maybe like 10 more seconds to just walk around and go through.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't like a.
Hopefully they won't fix that then, because like, why would you?
Like it wasn't game breaking.
Neither was the Bloodborne one, but you know. Oh, that's really cool how they did that. We changed it. Pretty much.
Yeah, we changed it. Yeah. You thought it was cool, we got rid of it.
Yeah, that's not the way we want you to play this game, so we took the option away.
5-minute speed run? No, thank you. Our game has integrity.
Okay. Bloodborne's still a really good game. I just thought it was really cool when you could just skip that. And it was hard to do. It wasn't something people could just easily do.
And it's part of the game on release.
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
Yeah. You can still do it on release versions that are not connected to the internet.
Yeah. But Outer Worlds, play it. Next up, Dota Underlords. I talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I have spent a lot more time playing this game. I got my first win. I beat 7 other dweebs. Bunch of losers. I won.
Is it a lot better on the PC?
Oh, you haven't played on the PC yet?
I've only played on mobile, and it's so fun.
Yeah, mobile's good. Have you tried the new knockout mode?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
Knockout mode is like a turbo mode. Be prepared to get mad because you will lose every single round. Because it's very luck focused.
I don't mind a long. I play the game when I know I have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
knockout mode, I'll squeeze in. It's like a 10-minute match or whatever. I'll squeeze it in.
Time doesn't exist for me.
Wait, so where do I download it online?
Steam.
Through Valve.
Oh, that's right. That makes sense. Don't mind me. I'm not doing that right now.
Yeah, baby. Have you looked up strats yet?
I haven't, but I've still only been playing against bots. I don't want to sit here and jump the gun yet. I want to make sure I completely understand what's going on before I.
That's fair.
Before
Night Alliance is very good if you can get it.
The Night Alliance.
Yeah. Because do you know what the alliance is in the game?
So I know what they are, but it doesn't really explain a whole lot of. I feel like the game. That's one thing I don't. I can talk about it a little bit. I should probably put that in my week. If you want me to go ahead and get into it, I can. You can just talk about it as part of your week.
Yeah.
So the one thing I don't like about the game right now is I feel like I'm learning a lot of stuff on my own. Which, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's not a bad thing. But it just feels like they could have explained a little bit more some stuff, and maybe it's just because it's the mobile version. I don't know, but I had to learn a lot of concept on my own. Like I didn't realize that I could use my coins to get more characters pieces like slots available. And so once I started doing that,
hold on, what do you mean?
So you know how like you can only have.
Oh wait, to level up, to unlock more characters you can play on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I could do that. So the first like 3 bot matches, I lost all of them because they had so many more than I did, and I was slowly catching up to them, but and I didn't. I was trying to figure out why, and like I'd go into a match and I only had like 6, and they had 8, and I'm just sitting here like this is impossible. But like that I had to learn on my own. The alignments I kind of understand, but not really.
Well, I want to say on the leveling thing, I almost won a match a while ago, but I was in the same situation. I had 6 and they had like 8, and I couldn't figure it out. And now I'm the person when I look at the left hand side of the screen on PC to see where everybody's levels are at and everything. I'm always the one that's like top of the levels. Like
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
always like if I'm level 8, everyone else is usually level 7 or 6. Maybe 1 or 2 people who are level 8 with me.
I'm barely re-rolling. If I don't see a character I want to use that's in the little like I don't know what do they call it, the pre-match shop or whatever.
Yeah.
If I don't see somebody I want to use there and I have enough to buy another level, I'm buying another level, or at least a chunk of one, because it's like I might as well go ahead and hurry and get the leg up. Like these people aren't aligned, so they're not bonusing off of each other. So there's no point in me getting this person unless they're the level 5 one, which is like the best one or whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy them if they're not gonna boost me, or if I need somebody to help heal the team. So I'll just like I'll like buy someone that I think I could use later if I have the extra coins, and if I don't, it's all going towards levels.
And then for the alliance thing, I will say on PC it's very easy. All you have to do is hover over the right hand side, and it tells you what the alliances do.
Gosh, man, I wish I maybe I need to see if it'll do that in the mobile version.
You probably can, but you might have to hold your finger down on it or whatever, and it's harder because it's a smaller screen.
Yeah.
If especially learning the game, I would say learn more on PC.
Yeah. No, it's really good though. I think the game is really fun, and based on what's going on right now, it's very possible it could break my top 10 of games, even though it's
Oh.
mobile game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's not
it's
a mobile game. It's a game on mobile.
okay. Well, for me right now, it's been a mobile game, but
That's
now
fair.
it's
That's fair.
about to be
That's true.
more than that.
You're about to be upgraded. The PC playing on the PC is so much better. Also, knockout mode. It's great for unlocking your underlord's talents because you're locked on what kind of ability. Like as you level up or as you go through rounds, every now and then you may notice that you can pick an ability for your underlord.
Yeah.
And some of them are locked. Knockout is a great way to unlock, just like speed run, unlock your abilities.
Gotcha. Who do you use? Do you use the girl with the tail, or do you use the flame boy?
I use the flame boy, but I might change.
I use the girl with the tail, but it's because one of her abilities like makes it where she can heal the team while she's doing damage. So it kind of really helps whenever I'm a little bit behind on levels, because I've been trying to build an alliance of
Yeah.
a set team. So
But yeah, I got my first win. It was a hard fought battle. Sorry, I'm reading the chat real quick.
No, you're fine.
Hard fought battle. I was at 100 health for 5 rounds in a row. Never got beat for over 20 rounds.
That's
Then
awesome.
one guy beat me, and I was like, okay, all right. And I changed up my tactics, and when I came back around, I beat him. And then I ended up at like 78. I started losing every now and then as in the late game. Got to like 78 or 76 or something like that, and this guy had 16 HP, and I was like, this guy is nothing. All right, he had 16. He was 16.
I love that you said 16 HP, and I was like, I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. How much
Out of
is
100.
in comparison?
Out of 100.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
And I had 78. And I was like, this guy is a chump. I've been killing it all game. A 25 round win streak. I got this. Oh crap! I just lost.
To a 16 HP'er?
Yes. Round two against him. What the hell? I lost again. And this time I lost. I lost worse than the first time. The first match, I remember it came down. It was almost a draw because if they die at the same, if your last
Yeah.
characters die at the same time, it can end a draw. And it was almost a draw. And then their attack speed was just slightly faster, and they hit me first.
Yeah.
They beat me the second time, and the third time, and the fourth time.
Baiting you out with that low HP and then using some good tactics too.
Yeah, and also I was getting crap in the shop.
Oh, okay.
You didn't get any free rerolls?
I know I got the free rerolls. Still got crap.
Dang.
Finally got some good stuff. I actually swapped out some characters, switched their formation on the board. Got one win that was almost a draw, and then I got my boy Kunaku or something like that. He shoots out the ghost ship for AOE stun. Got him, and I destroyed them the second go around that I won.
Nice.
The 2 in a row that I won. Destroyed it because of the AOE stun. And I was just I was sitting here and I just started hitting the couch and I was like, that's right, baby. Got my first win. Yeah, that game is that. My week's been full of a lot of really good games. So the Underlords may end up being like a number 10, maybe. Like might crack it. I don't know though. I'm still playing through some stuff. But other than that, Fallen Order. Did I talk about this last week? Did I play it?
Did a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Played some more of it. I was hoping I would beat it over the Thanksgiving break. I did not get anywhere close, but I did beat the Outer Worlds instead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fallen Order is so good. It's so much fun. And now I'm playing on story mode difficulty.
Just to be able to try and beat it?
Just not because I want to be like, I want to experience the story.
Yeah.
Like that's what I found out. I found myself at a point in the game where that's what I care about. I don't care about the combat or anything.
Yeah.
Like the combat's good, but I want to know what happens next. So I'm playing story mode.
So if Three Houses has had that, would you have finished Three Houses?
Possibly. I also messed up in Three Houses and chose the classic mode where my guys die.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, to be fair, since it was your first time playing a real Fire Emblem game that's Awakening, you probably should have done casual mode.
Yeah.
Just rewind time or restart the match.
People are going to take that as that I hate Awakening. I don't hate Awakening.
Caspar died though, and that was fine. Piece of shit.
You haven't. There is a thing with Three Houses that I have not spoiled for you guys, but when Game of the Year comes up, I have to spoil it. You have until Game of the Year discussions to get to the thing that I can't believe you haven't been spoiled. Chat has been amazing and has not spoiled it. You have until Game of the Year.
Look, I have 29 days.
That I
and I'm
have
not
to talk
adding
about.
any more games to this list.
29 days. We don't do it January 1st.
Yeah, but I'm
Chat hasn't spoiled it yet.
basically gonna hard stop on January 1st with games and wait for new games.
The weird thing is, I think that once you know the thing, you'll actually want to play Three Houses more.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you right now if you want.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna beat it
Should.
right after I beat Pokemon.
Should. It's worth it.
I'm so into Pokemon right now. It's not even funny.
Man, I wonder what it's like to play Pokemon.
I'm so. I want to say I'm so proud of you, chat, that nobody has spoiled
that game
them.
before Game of the Year. You're gonna have to rip that Switch out of your wife's hand.
Yeah, should I play Pokemon before the end of the year?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, actually, I really liked this Pokemon. It definitely has its problems. The biggest one is the level limit on catching Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's a huge shame because otherwise you could like go catch a really cool Pokemon early on. And the other big one is voice acting. It's really obvious this game should have had voice acting, and it just doesn't.
No voice acting, no sell for me.
I will say, it gives us a lot to hope for in the next games.
I've been hoping for voice acting for a long time now, but
Yeah.
we got it in Zelda finally, so maybe it'll finally come to
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, I still haven't played Breath of the Wild.
Have you played Super Mario Odyssey?
No, I haven't played that either.
Oh, check
He's
that
let us
one out
both
first.
down. He's let us both down.
Do
Not
you
gonna
want a
lie.
game that's fun, or do you want a game that's tedious?
Play Breath of the Wild. It's more fun. Tedious to go
No,
collect all
it's-
those moons in Super Odyssey.
You don't have to click all the moons.
No, but you stumble
I
across
have
them,
to-
so I guess it's a good
I
thing because they're
have
just
to-
littered
I
around the
have to-
world.
I have to play inventory management crap, and my weapons constantly break.
Look,
in Breath of the Wild.
if your weapons break, you're doing it wrong. You have infinite bombs. Use your infinite bombs to kill the enemies. That's all I'm saying.
shouldn't have to.
That's all I'm saying.
I shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have to
Infinite
stumble over moons every time I take 2 steps either. And then Mario just
It
goes,
makes you feel
"Ahoo!"
good. It makes you feel good.
I don't know, man. Playing with Cappy sounds pretty nice.
I feel like
Oh, baby.
for
No,
anybody.
honestly, if I picked up either one of them, it would be Breath of the Wild.
Yes. I
Go
feel like
fuck yourself.
for anybody that hasn't
But I
like
won't.
heard, go back and listen to that Game of the Year. What was that? 2017.
Yeah.
That was probably the most heated argument Andrew and I have ever been in. Like that we were for real getting to arguing because we both
Yeah.
enjoyed both games, and we had to attack the other's game, and so we just went for the throat. And we both still like maybe not, but we both say that we still like the other games.
I never said that.
You know,
No, I
my
didn't
opinion
try
on
it
Odyssey
again
has
because
changed.
when I tried it again, when I picked it up again a couple months ago, I was really enjoying it, and then I had that issue where my Joy-Con was broken,
Yeah,
and so I waited to buy another one,
yeah.
and just because I just couldn't be bothered to buy another one. I was so irritated by how expensive they were,
It's all about the Pro controller.
and so
Never use anything else
I
again.
like the Joy-Con so.
Yeah, I actually really like the Joy-Con.
I do too. A Pro controller, worth it.
I don't mind the Pro controller at all. I have. Well, I don't have the Pro controller. I have like the knockoff ones that Nintendo sells
That's
that
fair.
are not the Pro controller, but they might as well be.
That's
I
fair.
have those.
But yeah, so my Joy-Con broke, and then other games came out, and so it lost me again. But I want to go back because I got to a point where I was really enjoying it.
Pro is so good, man.
If the Pro's so good, then whoever's buying me Disgaea 1 Complete Collector's Edition, go ahead and throw in a Pro controller for the Switch
I
in there
don't-
as well.
I don't want to rush anybody because we're not on a time limit anymore. The podcast is not. I know Patrick is on a time limit.
Oh, really?
It'd be fine.
What time we talking about?
I mean, as long as we don't go past like 10 o'clock, it should be okay.
It'd be fine, he said.
Are
Y'all,
you gonna
y'all,
yell at?
y'all could keep going.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
what
have
it
to go
have
so I don't get murdered.
Yeah,
but
that's what it would have.
Okay. All right, fine. I get it. I'll stick to the script.
okay.
Okay.
I'll stick to the script.
All right.
And look, what does it say? The script says Breath of the Wild, bad game.
That's not true.
That's not true. That's
Breath
not
of the Wild's
true
a
at all.
great game. It's better than Super Mario Odyssey.
Okay, well, that's also not true. So
No, I'm pretty sure that it is.
Fallen Order. Fallen Order. I want to get back into it so bad, and I will finish it before the end of the year.
It's on my list of quick 6.
Quick 6, what is that?
The 6 games I have to beat before the end of this month.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game I could see. I got spoiled how many locations there were. I mean, they're really big. They're big locations, but I got spoiled on how many.
Yeah.
And I think I'm about halfway done.
I keep getting told it's super short.
Yeah, and I haven't gone back and explored other like secret areas because the story is so good that I just want to experience that.
Yeah, that's fair.
That I will beat it. Maybe not next week. Maybe not this week. Maybe not next week. I will beat it before game of the year. The reason I quit playing it was not just because of the Outer Worlds, which I beat, but I bought this weekend Disco Elysium.
Sir, it's a game I will not have time for, so tell me how good it is so I can hate myself for not getting to play it.
This game is special.
Okay.
This game made me like the Outer Worlds less than I did. Like I love the Outer. And then why are so many laugh out louds in the chat?
Just because they like
what is so funny?
Man just gets a
what
kick
is
out
so
of us.
Funny?
Us talking about video games.
Yeah, Disco Elysium is such a good RPG. So basically, I went into this knowing nothing.
Okay.
And the game tells you nothing.
Okay.
But you're basically an alcoholic, drug-addicted detective who got too messed up on a bender and now has amnesia. And which I hate that amnesia trope.
Yeah.
but it works here. And it's a point and click RPG, pen and paper style RPG. There's dice rolls. There's dice rolls. So when you first start, it asks you to pick was it archetype or archetype? How do you say it?
Archetype.
Archetype. There you go. It asks you to pick an archetype, either like a logic focused person who is bad at physical stuff and is bad at emotional stuff, a sensitive person who is more in tune with others' emotions, but is really not the best at the other two, or a physical guy who's dumb as rocks but is strong, or the fourth one where you can create your own.
Okay.
I picked the sensitive type.
Yeah.
So far, it seems like the worst when it comes to checks, because you'll run across certain things that are checking that uses a specific skill, and it even tells you what the percentage is that you get it right or wrong, or that the roll will, and then you hear the dice rolling and the dice pop up. The die pop up on the dice pop up on the screen.
Yeah,
tells you what you rolled. I have failed a 93% complete chance before.
That's how random numbers work.
I wanted to save scum so bad.
Pat, you know all about random numbers, don't you?
FE8 and 6 FE6.
I wanted to save scum so bad, but I didn't.
Yeah. With the consequences.
I also won a 3% chance.
There you go.
So
live with the consequences. Isn't that right, Patrick?
Oh yeah, man.
It's not like somebody had been with us
level like 4 times.
It's not like somebody had been with us the entire playthrough, and then on the final map, you let my favorite character die.
Look, he was not batting 100 at all. He was batting south of 150. You just
gotta rub that salt in the wound.
He died for a good cause.
Please continue, Andrew. I'm sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, you wake up in this hotel. Basically, everyone hates you. Not everyone. That's not true. But people hate you. You find out why. You were sent there because there is. Oh man.
Very familiar the one side. Yeah. Andrew knows that feeling.
Yeah. The somebody there. All you know is there's out behind this hotel that you're in.
Okay.
A hotel that you stayed in for 7 days and never took care of it. So he's just really rotted and gross.
I'm sure.
But it's just such a breath of fresh air with it being a pen and paper, and it's so chill, pen and paper style RPG, and it's just so chill. And
Yeah.
Your stats actually matter, and you can do things to boost your stats. Like, for example, I asked a guy if I could bum a cigarette off of him, and then later on, talking to him, a check came up that I could attempt, and I got a -1 because I tried to bum a cigarette off him.
Nice.
So I made him mad.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And people remember what you say.
Yeah.
So, and they, I don't know yet, but I have a feeling may tell other people what you say.
Nifty.
And so
Game sounds great.
It's tempting to want to click on every dialogue choice to see what happens, but it's recommended not to.
Yeah.
Because apparently there's some stuff you can do or stuff you can say that people will remember and will
probably mess up the whole playthrough.
Could negatively affect stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
makes
like
sense.
One guy constantly brings up the fact that I called him an asshole.
It's not full price.
He refuses to work with me.
What price is it right now?
It's regular $40. I thought it was a full price game.
Oh.
Nope. Yeah, no, it's regularly 40. I should have clarified that.
Double A, as they say.
Double A. So it's up for a lot of Game Awards.
Yeah.
It also is on sale for $31.99, so you can save a little bit extra.
Guess I'll play it in January.
I highly recommend this game. There's so many details. There's so much. Oh my god, this game. I have a pretty solid top 5 that I have kind of running around in my head. This game has took a hammer to that top 5 and just smashed it up.
I may pick up this game.
It just destroyed it, and now I'm wondering where am I going to end up putting it? Because the narrative, I now see why this was nominated for best narrative.
Yeah.
I am like 12 or 14 hours in, and it's already, there's twists and turns. There's a lot of good side story stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wonder if it would run on my laptop.
Probably. Have you looked at it?
Yeah, I saw the graphics don't look like super high graphic.
Yeah.
So it might
if it's a
run
top-down isometric style, those normally run pretty well on laptop.
Yeah.
Still need to finish Fire Emblem though.
I know.
Actually, I'm super glad, real quick, that you are covering this one because I know I won't have time for it, and it's good that somebody gets to play it before. Because all I hear is good about
it. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad I went out on a whim and I just was sitting at the Steam store, and I was like, you know what? I'll buy it. Whatever. We'll see what happens. And I think it's going to end up being one of my favorite games of the year.
That's cool. I'm excited for it.
One thing I will say is, just for if either of y'all do buy it, or maybe y'all remember me saying this, that Mr. Price, that
that's a pull.
Time matters in this game.
Okay.
But time only progresses when you talk to people.
Okay, that's a cool way to do that.
So if you talk to somebody on a side thing, your partner may get mad at you if you waste too much time. Like, for example, if you waste a whole day
Yeah.
and then everybody goes to sleep. Because that's another thing. Yeah, people, different time of day, people will move around.
Yeah, because they're living their
Different
lives.
days of the week. Yeah, different days of the week. Other stuff will be unlocked. Other parts of the town will be unlocked. I don't know, man. This game's this.
It sounds really good. I'm excited to
It's
play
just
it.
so good. That's the end of my week. That game is so good.
Okay. Andrew, sounds good. I'm excited for it. Want to mess around with it a little bit. Patrick, how has your week been?
So I had a lot of weird stuff happening because, like, I quit my job and got a new job, but I didn't start the new job until Friday. But Friday I was sick all day, and I went home for Thanksgiving, which this is the first time I've been home for Thanksgiving in almost 4 years, so that was really exciting.
Right.
Found out that my cousins who originally told us they weren't going to have a kid. They had a kid last year. Are now having another kid. They told everyone at Thanksgiving, which was surprising. And it's funny, the way they did it was their son, they put him in a shirt that says Big Brother. And that's, people were asking, like, why does he have a Big Brother shirt on? And they were just like, well, it's gonna
Big
be
fan
one.
of the show.
Well, congrats, man.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. But I didn't have a whole lot of time to play video games because I was kind of trying to figure out where my life is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All last week. On top of that, I'm traveling 4 hours one way with our dog in the back seat. My girlfriend was right. It was me and my girlfriend, and we couldn't leave the dog because the boarding place that we take her to, was full. So we had to take her with us.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. She did really well though. I was really happy. But the only thing I've really played is Dota Underlords, which we've already talked about. So unless you want me to just end my week, the only other thing I could really do is kind of tell you guys where my top 10 is. But I don't really have anything else. So
I'm interested in top 10.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of interested. Is it set in stone though?
Because you still got games to beat.
So
like Fire Emblem.
I have given games ratings
and Pokemon,
personal ratings based on and Disco Elysium, exactly. I have given games ratings based on how far I got and what I felt about them in that moment whenever I was at that last part that I was at.
Yeah.
So the ratings have changed over time because I'm playing the games more or less. But right now, the number 10th spot is The Division 2.
Okay.
Which I feel like everybody forgot came out this year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Tetris 99 is number 9. Apex Legends is number 8, but that's actually declining kind of fast. MLB The Show 19 is number 7. Well, it's actually tied for 6th with Wargroove.
Okay.
Number 5 is Remnant from the Ashes. And there's a tie for 3rd, which is Call of Duty and Pokemon Shield. And then Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And number 1 is Judgment.
Pretty good list,
baby.
Pretty good list.
Judgment.
I'm actually really excited that 3 Houses is still that high up when you haven't gotten enough.
I've played 15 games this year.
That's great, man. I'm glad for you.
This is the most amount of games I've played in a year so far on the podcast.
Yeah.
F in the chat for my grades, boys. I'm just kidding.
No, but it's really cool though that like you've been able to play more and you're definitely contributing more to discussions on games because you were able to play more. So it's really cool.
Yep, I'm excited. It's been a lot better year for the podcast, in my opinion, for myself. So I'm excited. Plus, I feel like as a whole, like this year, I've had a lot more time to put into games because I actually was better at managing my time this
Yeah.
year. So
You
Yeah.
also beat FE7 this year. It doesn't count for the game
I
of the year,
know.
but it can count in your personal top 10.
If it counts on my personal top 10, then it's probably like in the 4 to 6
Just,
range.
just saying, your personal top 10's
4
your
to
own top
6,
10.
mid range, not bad.
Yeah, that's a good list, man.
FE6 is not going to be on that list.
It gets better. It gets
Screw
better.
that
It
game.
really does. It does get better. Trust me.
We haven't played it in months. You know why? Because I'm freaking mad. The game is so hard for no reason.
The footage that we have, we're almost caught up to footage. We have like maybe 5 or 6 more episodes before we're caught up.
We're
But
recording more tomorrow.
yeah, but that is how much of a break Pat needed. So look forward to the last episode of that
Snubbed.
recording session.
What do you mean snubbed?
Look forward for the thing that breaks Pat at the end of that recording session.
That game is
God.
Dark Souls for me. That's my Dark Souls.
We were talking about rolling ones earlier. Pat can't seem to hit above anything or hit anything below an 80.
Yeah, it'll be like I'll have like a 79. I'm like, oh, this will be fine, and then I'll miss. Or they'll have like a 60.
23.
Oh my gosh! And the archer on the pillar. There was an archer standing on a pillar that I could not hit to save my life, and it never missed. It hit every single time. It was the worst. So I literally would like move people on pillars to stop the archer from moving on it. It was so stupid. The game is garbage.
It's not. It's good.
Oh man.
It gets better.
Just tell me how you really feel.
I think you're gonna be really excited to get to FE9 though.
Yes,
FE9's real good.
I'm excited. I look forward to it.
FE9's, I don't know. I mean, it's fine.
It's really good. All right, I suppose we'll move into my week then. I finished Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that game. I have that game.
Story wise, it did break my top 10. It's currently number 10. It is number 10 because of the story. And honestly, the more I think about the story, the more it might go up. However, if it goes up, it will be with a giant asterisk that is, I hate the gameplay. I hate the combat in that game so much. There is a moment where the game just goes, hey, yeah, you did good. You've done really well. To get to the next story beat, you have to go from one side of the map back all the way across the other.
Oh, cool.
You're okay with that, right?
Wait.
And I'm just like,
Well, you can hold on, but you can fast travel.
sure.
You can.
They definitely don't remove the ability to fast travel in that section and also destroy any structures that you
No,
built in that
shut
area.
up.
So that you don't have
Shut
any of the
up.
structures that you built. You also can't access any terminals while in that area. So, you can't build anything new. You can't get any vehicles. You have to rely on stuff that other people have left in the world for you. Because anything that you made is gone now. In that area. It's not the entire, it's in that area.
That's great for a movie.
Yeah. It's terrible in gameplay. You also still have to fight BTs and mules while walking across the entire map again.
God.
And that's why I say it will have a giant asterisk. Because I honestly think that game would be better if they just cut out the first 5 chapters of the game and removed them from the game.
That's so sad.
But what is there, the story that is there is so worth it that like it has to be in my top 10. I adore that story. The music, I now understand why it was like put in for best soundtrack, because it actually has some really good soundtracks in there. They're just hidden behind 30 hours of deliveries before you ever get to the hard-hitting story moments. The characters are so good.
Is there a delivery simulator on Steam?
Well, you can just play Euro Truck Simulator.
Yeah, or American Truck Simulator if you want to drive on the right side of the road.
If you want to play a
Hold
good
on.
delivery game, you can play, what was that space one? Andrew, what's it called? where you drive the ship. You're a space trucker and you drive a warship.
Oh, Rebel Galaxy.
Yeah, Rebel Galaxy.
There's also Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, which I have, that is on Epic Games Store, and there is the X series.
Anyway,
There's a lot of options.
Yeah, that don't involve that. I do think the story's super worth it. I think you guys should watch the cutscenes on YouTube instead of playing the game. Like, that's the terrible thing about it, is I think if this was a movie, it would be such a good movie.
I might do that, actually.
Because I think the characters are worth it. The reveals with the characters are so good. And honestly, I added 2 characters to Best New Character for the Game of the Year discussion, because 2 of them are top tier. But it's just getting there, getting to the story when it actually starts picking up. And then there's a bunch of other, like, really annoying things along the way. I still don't think I could recommend that game to people, despite the fact that I really enjoyed my time with it after the first half. But I'm not one of those people that thinks that you should be able to forgive a bad first half for a good second half, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with Band. Kojima, I'm almost positive, was like, yes, my story will be worth players doing this. So they will work for this and they will enjoy it afterwards. And then what people do, it's the thing they always do. It doesn't matter how bad it was. I enjoyed the good parts so much that the bad parts don't exist when I'm talking about the game. And then you ask them, well, are you going to replay it? And they go, no, I would never replay it. Because the bad parts are that bad. And that's why I think so many people say you shouldn't be critical of things that you love. You absolutely should.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's okay to love the good parts. But you also need to recognize those parts you don't like that you're trying to shove under the rug. Those parts are really bad. So,
if you can't be critical over stuff you love, then who can?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, yeah, I still can't recommend Death Stranding, but I do think it's worth seeing the story of. I think the story's really good. Also, the final credits scene legitimately made me angry.
Really?
So, like, you know how credit scenes in games are normally, cut to the credits and then there's stuff going on the sides or whatever?
Yeah.
The credits in Death Stranding have you on a, like, fixed area that you can't get out of, and you have to just run around the area while waiting for the credits to roll. Sometimes the credits stop, and you have to have a cutscene, which is just you sitting while another character expositions to you about why this thing happened, and then the credits continue again as if nothing happened. You can't go too far one way, or it teleports you back to where you were. You can't go too far a different way, or it teleports you back to where you were. So just make it one long continuous cutscene that doesn't have the pauses in between. Because what it winds up being is 15 minutes of me running around this beach getting teleported back and forth, waiting for the credits to roll.
That's really bad.
It's just like, it really feels like Kojima had somebody stopping him before, and now he doesn't.
Yeah.
And this is what Metal Gear
free reign.
always would have been if there hadn't been people to go, hey, hold on now. This is supposed to be this kind of game. But anyway, I'll move on from Death Stranding. I'm working on Cross Rays, SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays. It's very grindy. I really like it. My current team is Mikazuki in the Barbados 6th form that has the wrench mace. Akihiro is in the Kimaris because I don't have the Gusian yet. Ein is in the Grimguard. I have Ozzy from the Turbines. You remember her?
Mm-hmm.
She is currently in Julia's Regenlays, the big one from the end of IBO. I have Hiro Yui in the Wing. I have Miliardo Peacecraft in the Tall Geese. I have Shroa Barton in the Hep Arms. I
forgot about the Reagan Lays.
Odin.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I have Odin Barnett in the Gundam Grape. And then I have a bunch of the extra characters that they give you, because they give you a bunch of extra characters in various others. Oh, I also have Setsuna in the Exia. But I have Setsuna from season 2 in the original Exia because I don't have the 00 yet. That game's a lot of fun. It's extremely grindy. Everything's expensive. Like you get a good amount of capital is what it's called, the currency for beating a mission. You get a really good amount of it, but missions are long, and so I mean they're not long if your suits are leveled up really high. You can actually clear through guys when your suits get leveled up high. But I also have Shino in the Flauros. I got the Flauros super early, and oh my gosh, he just eats enemies.
I'm sure.
I'm not supposed to have a full form, like final form Gundam this early. I can tell that. But there's this thing called develop that you can do, where you can turn suits into other suits. They just have to get high enough level. And then there's this thing you can do called design, where if you have 2 specific suits, then you can unlock the ability to purchase a higher grade suit or a different suit. Well, early on, I got the Arianrod Dainsleff Grays from season 2 of IBO, and the Barbados second form, and that unlocked the Flauros, and I paid 5 maps worth of currency.
Oh man,
to get it. It's real good though. But the thing that helps it, I think, is that you can send out dispatch missions. And so, like, while I'm playing, I have a third group that I can't use anyway because you can only use 2 groups at a time. Sent out doing dispatch missions. And they do those missions in real time. Much like the jobs in Pokemon Sword and Shield. You can send your Pokemon out there to get more experience, and it's done in real time. And so I can have them doing that while I'm playing, or like if I'm about to go to bed, I can set them all to go on dispatch. And then when I get up, I'll have a bunch of capital as well. That game's really fun, but it is still extremely grindy. You unlock units by spending time with them in the missions and letting them get kills instead of your units. Because there are story units for every level. Every level is like an episode or like an arc from the shows that they come from. And so, like, I have the heavy arms because I had him get most of the kills. But I don't have the Death Scythe because he didn't get that many kills. The advantage of Cross Rays is that in Cross Rays, they keep their get gauge after the map. So you don't have to do it all in one map. You can keep it over the course of multiple maps, which means you just continue playing the story. And over the course of doing their levels, you'll get them while still using your units to let them level up. I almost have Alleluia, and once I have Alleluia, I'm going to dip out and go over to Seed so I can get Ezak in Seed. I have no idea how long that's going to take. But you cannot, unfortunately, unlock Shard. There is no Universal Century Gundams in this game. This game is just the AUs. So this game is 00, this game is IBO, this game is Wing, this game is Seed, and then all of the following stuff. So IBO Season 1, Season 2, the IBO offshoot manga, Wing 0, Endless Waltz, and then Frozen Teardrop, Seed, Astray, Destiny Astray, Stargazer, 00 Season 2, the 00 offshoot manga, and then the movie, and then also some of the other Wing offshoots. And I think that's it. It's a pretty small number of series, but to make up for that, they added like every suit from those series.
That's cool.
So they have suits from the IBO mangas?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I could get the Ashtoreth right now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
The only thing is there's a mechanic called exchange where you can trade your suit. I could trade a suit that I'm using to get the Astaroth, which I'm not going to do, you know. I'll just wait until I can develop it. But you can also dismantle. You can capture suits and then dismantle them for easy capital as well. You should take out the warship that they're launching from. There's that as well as another way to get easy money. There's a lot in this game. There's a lot going on. And there's a lot of pilots that I haven't unlocked yet because I don't really want those particular pilots, or because you know, maybe I just don't have enough extra capital to buy pilots when I know I need suits, you know. But Guy Leo is one of the pilots that I could get right now. And I think, I'm not positive, but I think that from the Grimguard, I'll be able to get the Gray's Ein, and then I'll put Ein in that, and then set. I don't care what the rest of my team looks like. But my warship can launch 9 units. So I have 9 people there. And then,
Can you get Biscuit?
I don't know if Biscuit's a pilot yet or not. I have not seen him yet as a pilot. But I don't know what all the unlocking conditions are either. And then you can also have a raid group that has 4 units. But the raid group, instead of having the 9 that you can launch with, the raid group has HP regeneration and energy regeneration on them. So you can't launch as many, but they can last for longer. Whereas the other ones, when they run out of energy or get low on health, you have to send them back into your warship. Because if they blow up, you get to keep the pilot. You don't get to keep the suit, no matter how much work you put into it.
Oh, man.
However, you can go back to the beginning of your last turn. It saves the beginning of your last turn, and you can always default back to that. To do it different if you lost a suit. But it's really fun. I like it a lot more than I liked Generation or Genesis. The only real complaint I have is just how expensive some of the suits are. But, like, I get it. You know, the final stage Gundams are going to be expensive. Because the alternative is you buy the first form and just level them up. But also, you could launch 2 warships. Warships are stupid expensive. I only have 1. But you can launch 2 warships and have 18 units on the field. Also, Mikazuki is broken. I just want to point that out.
Is he really? Like, in what way, though?
So in the regular Barbados, his biggest issue is like he eats energy really quickly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got him up to the like 3rd form Barbados, he does a ton of damage. He's got the AV system, which increases his evasion automatically. Then I gave him an evasion part. He just never gets hit, and he does incredible amounts of damage. So I made him my master unit, which means his stats are shared to all the other units, like bonuses from his stats. And so everybody gets better evasion.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then he just cleans people out. He just flies through them all. But yeah, I really like Cross Race. It's really good. I've still been working on it. Go ahead.
I'm on the fence about it because $60. I just don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, that's fair. I think there's a demo. In fact, I'm positive there's a demo.
On PC?
Yeah. Because people kept asking if you could transfer your data over from the demo, and you cannot. It's a really fun game. And then also they have remixes of all the big songs.
No way.
Yep. I haven't heard like an Orphans no Namida or a Frisia yet, but the remix version of Raise Your Flag is pretty good.
Oh man.
None of them have lyrics, but like
you can tell what it is. I'm gonna look this up.
It kicks in and it's pretty good.
Look this up.
I've been working on Iceborne. I finally beat Black Veil Val Hazak. Almost done with Iceborne, I believe. Val Hazak almost made me uninstall Iceborne twice. He has a beam breath attack that can just go through walls sometimes.
Oh.
And it does a bunch of damage. So you go around a corner to heal. You can't see him, so you can't see that he's running up to do it. And then it just goes through rocks. And it's like, oh, all right. I'm dead. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
But I finally took him out earlier, so I think I'm just a couple hunts left to do there. I don't know right now that it's going to break my top 10, honestly.
Yeah.
My top 10's pretty set at this point, I think. But I'm glad that he's down at least. who knows? The last couple fights may be incredible, and it may turn me back around. But from there, I've been working on Code Vein, trying to beat that. I think I'm a little over halfway done with that now. That's in my quick 6. I guess I could say what my quick 6 are, huh?
Yeah.
Code Vein. I was gonna say Death Stranding. That was done. Cross Race, Super Robot Wars T, Iceborne, Control, and Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh my, Control. You have Control?
Yes, and I've been waiting to start it. I want to play that game. I've heard only good things about that game.
Yeah, I have it, and it's awesome from what I've played.
But I've also heard it's relatively short. It and Fallen Order both, so... But I'm still working on Code Vein. I like it. The only real complaint that I have is there's a lot of cool weapons and a lot of cool equipment that I just can't use for my build. I went for a caster spear build, and I don't know that you're really supposed to be able to do that well, because there's not anything that makes that better, really. So now I'm just using a blood code that's designed for spears and just not really worrying about my caster damage. But I'm still enjoying it. The bosses are pretty easy so far. I've ran into a couple of difficult ones that are annoying because mechanics, like the way they designed them, is rough. But go down pretty quickly anyway, so it's fine. Sure, but let's go through the rest of the podcast first.
We have a review section.
That's what I was thinking too when he just kept typing it. You guys can't see the docket, but there was typing in the docket going on. And then I'm also almost done with Super Robot Wars T. I think that will break my top 10. I don't know what will get shifted around for it. I really like that game. I'm almost done with the end of the game, and then I have the post game. Very excited for that. Like it a lot. It's story-wise is really good. I like it a lot. And then the other big thing is I wanted to talk go ahead, sorry.
Super Robot Wars T. Was that released over here?
Yeah. Well, not like on Steam or anything. You still have to get it from the Singaporean PSN, but you can get it in English.
Okay. Never mind.
I wanted to talk for just a second about our Discord and our Patreon and everything there. Okay. We don't bring it up very often, but absolutely appreciate our patrons. I have made some emotes that are in our Discord. I'm trying to get them right now added to the YouTube and Twitch side. We'll see how that goes. But we don't use that Discord very often to talk to our patrons because only one of our patrons is in there, and that's my sister. So I talk to her whenever I want. But we do have a Discord. And then we also have a non-patron exclusive Discord that is not technically ours. It's the Gundam Game Day Discord, but we have a channel on there. So just a reminder for anybody that has been... I've seen comments coming in of like, do you guys have a Discord? And it's like, yes. And yes. And also no. But we also broke our $100 goal on Patreon. And I just want to take a second to tell you guys how much I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Looking forward to... We do. We love you. Pat loves you more than all of us combined, but we love you as well.
You don't want all this love.
But we're going to be coming up with some new goals to see what we can come up with there. And then the last thing that I have for my week, oh thanks, is I got another Kamen Rider belt.
Oh no.
What the?
Hold on, I got it right here.
You have too much money.
This one's from Kamen Rider Gaim. Hold on. ready? Engine. And then you can go. So, you know. But, I think what's more fun, honestly, because, like, the belt's cool. What's more fun are these lock seats. Just to be able to go. And I got a bunch of them, but a bunch of them didn't come with batteries. So, like, I have mango, and then I have Budo grapes, but it has no batteries. I'm fixing that, though. Already ordered the batteries. Watermelon. It's also, like, super satisfying to open them. Peach came in with batteries. So, that's cool. And then I got orange, Guridon, pine, banana, and Ichigo as well. So, if you've been wondering what I've been spinning around on my finger this whole time, it's been lock seeds. Also, like, Andrew's had this disgusted face. Pat has just been, like, dead-eye staring.
Well, so, like, the audio cuts out.
Yeah,
So
it's because of the noise gate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm excited to hear it, and then it's just like I don't hear anything. And I'm like, dang it.
I'm sorry. Let me.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD.
Let me
so
try
I
this
can
real
hear
quick. Hold on. It didn't work. Hold
Oh, there it goes.
Andrew's so
Mango.
done. All right, we'll move on.
How much does that cost you?
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm getting them
Wait,
from
in
Japan.
US dollars or Canadian dollars?
I'm getting them from Japan, and I'm getting them secondhand. They're pre-owned. Because these are not new series. So, like, for instance, this Gaim belt is on Amazon for like $200 with just the belt and then the orange and banana lock seeds. But I found a guy on eBay that sold me the weapon, all those lock seeds.
That's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's also got a gun on it, and you can slot it in to the weapon, and then it does the mango charge. So
It's pretty cool.
it all works together. But I think I paid. Go on my mango. Go on my mango, man. I think I paid like 80 for all of it.
That's a steal.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You expect him to pass on that? Andrew's looking to see if it's available.
That's you know what? That's a reasonable investment.
Right?
That.
Also,
a lot of stuff.
This thing is stupid cool, man.
That is really cool.
This one is like way smaller than it is in the show, but I guess it's because it's a toy, you know? But this one, and then when they combine, like, that's pretty sick.
The best, what makes it worth it is take that sword off of you.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. There we go.
I'll put it back on.
Okay.
That click sound.
Yep.
Makes it worth it.
Yep. I gotta put new batteries in the sword as well, and in the gun, because it should have sound effects too, but they're dead. From what it looks like when the guy shipped them, he didn't make sure they were turned off before they were shipped. So then the batteries died in shipping. But, you know, it happens. But I'm super hyped just because I love these lock seeds, man. They're so cool.
all the clicking has got me excited.
Right? This is ASMR now. We're you can do an ASMR video just with Kamen Rider stuff. With like
The
or
Kamen Rider ASMR
or
series.
hold on. Or the gun?
Trey's gonna be recording for weeks and not telling us what's happening.
Don't
and he's
ask-
gonna release this series on a podcast called the ASMR Kamen Rider series.
Don't ask why all of this stuff is within reach of the desk. And then while it's doing that music, you go.
Okay, here we go.
That's okay. But
I'll
point
watch
is,
it, don't worry.
point is, you just do a bunch of stupid stuff.
I wouldn't tell anyone, but I'd watch it.
All right, we should move on.
That's funny.
I'll spend forever
I
playing with my rider
want to
toys.
say one thing about Super Robot Wars T.
Yeah,
I want this game really bad,
yeah, it's really good.
but it's expensive on Amazon.
Well, that's why you don't buy it on Amazon. You go to Play Asia, you buy
But I want it
Singaporean.
now.
Yeah, you go to Play Asia, you buy Singaporean PSN cards, digital.
Okay,
You make a
never mind. That's
Singaporean-
too much.
There's literally a guide on how to make an account in a different language on this channel. You make a Singaporean
Wow.
account, you redeem the codes, and then you download the game. The
No,
easiest thing in the world.
no, I'm not doing it.
I already have the
That's-
account, so I could do that.
You should. Gunbuster's really good and broken in it.
I really want it. It looks cool. And get this, I found an article because I saw that it was on Switch.
Yeah.
Which got me excited. Forbes, of all places, wrote about Super Robot Wars T. They
Wow.
wrote a review.
Really?
Yes, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's maybe my second or third favorite Super Robot Wars of all time.
What's your first?
My first is Super Robot Wars J for the Game Boy Advance, which you can emulate. It's a really good game. Mostly for what it does
I
for
don't know.
Kira and Shin as characters. But it's also just a game.
I want it, but that just seems like a big hassle.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say you could borrow mine, but I have it digitally.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have it on Switch?
No, I have it on PS4.
Oh, okay.
I would have had to import one for Switch, whereas I could just download it with PS4.
Yeah. See, I want it on Switch just for that deportability.
Switch is supposed to be region free. I haven't tested it, but it's supposed to be.
That would be cool.
I suppose we should. There was something else I was going to talk about too, and I forgot. Felt like it was important. Oh, yeah, it was important. Super Robot Wars T is also, as of today, the last place that you'll be able to. The last work of Makio Inoue, the man who voiced Captain Harlock, passed away this morning.
Oh no.
Captain Harlock, one of the first shows I ever saw, got me into like space, made me want to watch Star Wars. Captain Harlock was a great show, and Inoue's voice acting was part of that. And he does a really good job in T. So, check it out. But we'll move on. Let's talk about some Shenmue 3. Isn't it?
Shenmue 3.
It's a game.
Yeah, it got some reviews. Oh yeah, he's top tier. Top tier. It's on. Okay, Shenmue 3. So, let's give the, because this VOD's gonna be watching this too. Let's give the information for anybody who doesn't know. Shenmue was a Dreamcast exclusive series. Fan favorite. Not very well received at the time at all, but cult classic in a lot of ways. Was revived, and a new one was made by the original creator. Finally came out this year. Bunch of backer promises were broken.
Of course.
What do you guys think average score is Shenmue 3?
71.
Okay.
It's hugging that 70 line.
Okay.
69.
69. As
Okay.
usual, we'll give chat a couple seconds. We'll give the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on, band.
The score is
Is it 65?
71.
No way.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, thank all the little people out there.
Now, can you do it again with the recommended score?
This stupid spreadsheet. He's made like graphs and he's just like.
I love that it's not a
Hold on,
bit
hold on.
either.
Crack the system. No, it's the real deal, man.
I know, like I keep having to remind myself it's a real thing.
What if he just rolls 2 d10s and that's how he picks the numbers?
It's possible.
Yeah, I think that the recommended is probably going to be about 65.
Okay.
Kinda like what Dan's saying.
All right.
See, I was thinking 60 to 65 range. Ooh, that could take a dip.
Trying to break a 3 says 70.
Yeah, Will thinks it's a 70.
That's wrong.
Think so?
Nah, Will's probably got this one. I believe in Will. I'm
Okay.
changing my mind. I'm gonna say 68, so that way I'm in the middle.
All right.
Something I want to say. My gut says 63,
Okay.
but the numbers don't say 63.
What do the numbers say?
The numbers are saying, let me find it again. The numbers are saying like a 50.
All right.
I'm going to say 53.
37.
Wow, that's so bad. That is so bad.
All right, let's take a look at some of these reviews.
Here we go.
I got a 5 out of 5 from Digitally Downloaded. It says Shenmue 3's real strength is in the way that it suggests a different way of looking at the very storytelling of video games. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't think we're supposed to.
Nope. There's the protest votes. Yeah, some people played this game and were like, I like it, but you shouldn't. Okay, PC Gamer gave it an 83 out of 100. Said, a seamless continuation of the series that makes up for its limitations with pure heart. Like Rio never left us. Okay. Games Radar gave it a 4 out of 5. A magnificent, authentic, totally uncompromised sequel that crucially ignores virtually every gaming trend of the past 18 years. That sound like a 4 out of 5 to you?
No.
No, doesn't sound like one to me either.
Sounds like they got paid.
I was looking for our friends over at Daily Star, but I don't see them on this one. However, Game Informer gave it a 6 out of 10. Said, exploring small towns is still fun and rewarding until you have to engage in battle and dialogue. Then it falls apart.
Oof.
Ooh. And I love Shenmue 1. Clarify, I love Shenmue 1. But I actually think US Gamer has a pretty solid review here. They gave it a 2.5 out of 5 and said Shenmue 3 suffers from ham-fisted exposition, tedious repetition, monotonous grinding, and a heap of other fundamental flaws that are inexcusable in 2019. However, its environments are so confident in their sense of place that exploration is a capable redeemer, and the game is at times, on that ground alone, worth playing. So in other words, it plays like Shenmue 1, and it looks kind of like Shenmue 1, and it sounds kind of like Shenmue 1. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Check clear. Yeah. You guys have any thoughts on Shenmue 3? That is a
never
really
played
good
any
one.
of the Shenmue games.
I will never play them.
I love Shenmue 1. It's a bad game, but I love it.
Is it bad though? People love that game.
Yeah, it's a bad game. But it's okay to like bad games.
That is true.
You should watch if you guys have never seen anything of Shenmue, go and watch the Easy Allies play Shenmue 1 for one of their Tuesday night group streams. Michael Huber is a huge Shenmue fan who is not afraid to mention the problems that it has, but you will get to see some of the best parts of that game in those 2 hours. Because honestly, after those 2 hours, it starts to get worse.
Don't you drive a forklift?
Yep. It's pretty cool driving the forklift the first 15 minutes that you do it. If you only did it for the first 15. Might be really
Like
interesting.
when GTA 4 or 5 had I think it was 5 maybe had a forklift moment.
Yep.
And then that was 4, and then 5 had the
Crane moment.
The crane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But those were short.
Yeah.
But they did suck.
Yes, they did. All right, Patrick. Tell me about these Stadia reviews that you saw that got you so worked up.
No, we didn't have to talk about them if you guys didn't want to.
No, you were very hyped on them. I need to know now.
I was just curious if y'all had seen them because like people have like been like the Easy Allies even reviewed the Stadia.
I watched their entire like little short podcast on it.
Yeah, the big real problem that it has is that it doesn't really do what it's supposed to do sometimes. Like it'll say that it's having connection issues when it's not, and it'll just like be super choppy.
Also, if you, for instance, use it to capture footage and have an Elgato hooked up, or any other video capture device, as Daniel Bloodworth from the Easy Allies found out, it drops your frame rate in half for no reason because it's having to duplicate the display. It just goes, nah, I can't do this, even though literally no other console does that.
Yeah. That, and then like the only like good thing that I've heard about the Stadia so far is one of the YouTubers that I watched that plays 2K. They haven't like they didn't like completely port over 2K to the Stadia. Like there's stuff that's not in the game that's supposed to be in the game.
That's good.
But the servers are better on the Stadia than they are on the console.
Man.
It's because there's less people playing on there.
I guess so. He's like he played against a couple people on the Stadia, all like 8 people that bought the Stadia and 2K, and he was playing with them. And like normally, whenever you're playing 2K, you hold square to shoot, and when it's at the top of the meter, you let go, and that's like your shot timing, right?
Yeah.
Well, when you play online, you have to release it early because there's like a delay, and it won't stop on time. On the Stadia, that's not a problem. It stops like perfectly, he said. And
interesting.
it actually reacts really well to dribbling moves and stuff using the right analog stick and things like that. That's the only real positive thing I've heard about it. Plus, like most people, including the guys from the Easy Allies, were saying that they liked how they could leave their PC on.
Yeah.
Like stop, go play it on the TV. One of the downsides though is that if you own a Google Chromecast Pro or Ultra, I guess whatever they call it, it doesn't matter if you have that or not. You have to buy the Stadia controller.
Yeah.
And you also have to buy the Stadia controller that comes with the Ultra, or you don't get the code.
Yeah.
Because it's all about a code.
Yeah.
But even if you already own an Ultra and you were to buy like just one controller, you don't get access to it.
Right.
You have to buy the box that comes with both, so you get the code.
There's another cardinal sin too, which is ridiculous, and it's that if you hold an input for too long, sometimes the Stadia just drops the input.
Yeah, it just stops reading it.
There's a Stadia exclusive game. Do you know what kind of game it is?
Oh, it's a fighting game.
No, it's a racing game.
Oh, yeah, Grid. Oh, yeah. I remember him saying that.
Yeah. Guess what happens in a racing game where it drops your input while you're holding a button?
You slow down. I think the Stadia is a great concept.
It's just terrible in any
Yeah,
form.
it's a great idea.
Any way they could have done it would have been bad, and they did it in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Also, it caps at 30 megabits per second.
Yep.
So even if you have like really really good internet and you have hundreds of megabits to spare, I'll see you later. Will it just stops at 30? And you it won't go over 30 megabits per second, and that's really sad.
Yeah.
It's a
In the
huge
day and
mistake.
age where people can have a gig going to their house, like
Why are you capped at 30?
Because
And
they don't want you using too much data.
yeah.
well, the thing is like you use like 7 gigabytes
Yeah.
in an hour.
Yeah.
So if you're limited by amount and not by speed, you're screwed. That you'll use all of it quickly.
Yep.
Also, they said not to stream anything or
Yeah.
watch anything in the house while you're using it.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's it going, Dress?
So you gotta be like, hey, look, I know you're watching Netflix in there, but I need you to stop because
Yeah.
I'm gonna play video games now.
And the worst part is, like, Daniel Bloodworth was like, yeah, I'm not going to ask my wife to stop watching whatever she's watching. And then he makes a comment later where he's like, yeah, when she took a break to go do something else, it did run better. And it's like, oh, no. Yeah, Stadia.
Is Drassel?
No.
It's not okay.
No, that's he's the 9-tailed goat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody off the internet. I want to play Borderlands today.
yeah.
See, if they had just done the right thing, and so like everybody's here, if they had just done the right thing and made it where like it downloads the game instead of it being like a constant stream, it would be fine.
Yeah.
And honestly, those services are freaking totally fine.
That's what I was asking. I asked if Draz was Drazzle, and then
Oh,
said
my
no.
bad.
And I didn't want to use a real name.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, Stadia was a mistake. Just
Everything
like Super
Google
Mario
does is a
Odyssey.
mistake, man.
You're right. So from there, do you remember Let It Die?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So they added something to Let It Die that is basically a 20% stat increase across the board that you can get from the loot boxes in Let It Die. And you can only get this item from the loot boxes. And you can equip it on all of your people. So on your attackers that go out to attack real players, and on your defenders that defend your base from real players. If you pay some money, you can make them 20% better in every category.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's playing Let It Die anymore.
Well, there was like a vocal group that were still playing it, just a small core, but they have now cut them off as well.
Yeah. They're trying to get whatever whales are left.
Yeah.
To spend more money.
And it's a huge shame because I think the idea of Let It Die was really. From there, we have Blue Point is teasing their next remaster. I have a quote here from them. And everybody can try and guess as to what game it's going to be. The tweet they sent out is, "To classics we play, our blood, sweat, tears give thanks. To family and friends eager you stay. Cheers rekindle flames, thanks. Today feast, tomorrow rest. Soon the beast freed from jest. Temptation we shun, then on to the next. We reset to further adorn the Genesis, an era reborn." So, what the heck? Like, what is this one gonna be? Blue Point, for anybody who doesn't know, their big thing is getting the rights to remake old games and putting out very high quality remasters of them. The Shadow of the Colossus remake was Blue Point. Remaster Blue Point.
Wait, what's the tweet? I'm gonna go look it up. That way we don't have to say it again.
I mean, I can just copy it in the chat too.
Yeah, that works. Do that, because I might have got an idea, but I don't wanna say it. It sounds stupid.
I don't know if it's gonna come through as like a giant block of text or not, but get ready, everybody.
Screw
It did. It did. It'll come through in just a second. I mean, you're not wrong. Google did put resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this could be like anything. Literally anything, right? A lot of people think maybe Demon Souls because they're seeing Rekindle Flames, but Demon Souls didn't have Bonfire. So, like, I don't know. I legit don't know, you know? Andrew, you have any ideas?
What is their name again? Blue Point?
Blue Point Studios, Blue Point Games. Pat's got an idea. It's running through his head. He's thinking about it.
Wait, what did you say people think it is?
They think it might be Demon Souls because of Rekindle Flames, but Demon Souls didn't have bonfires. Demon Souls had Archstones instead.
I'm also seeing that. What I thought it was is definitely not it.
We reset to further adorn the Genesis is what, like, that's the line that keeps catching me.
Is it a game that was on the Genesis?
Sega Genesis?
Genesis?
I'm thinking like Vector Man.
No, it's gonna be something big.
Like something way out there.
They did Shadow of the Colossus, Gravity Rush Remaster, and Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection for Sony.
The thought hit me.
It's gonna be something big.
I was thinking maybe they'll bring back Sonic, and then I was like, oh wait, Sonic hasn't died yet. Just feels like he's dead.
Sonic Mania is good, supposedly. I haven't played it.
Okay, we'll move on. I thought that was really cool
Resident
and
Evil 4?
weird. Resident Evil 4 has been brought back so many times. I highly doubt it.
Not a real remaster.
No, it definitely hasn't got the RE2 treatment, but it's just text.
Oh, what if they did that? What if they remade? I mean, they won't. Not yet. But what if they remade RE4?
It would be pretty crazy. I'm sure they will eventually when they get through with 3. Following that, just a quick thing. Titanfall 2 is going to be free with PS Plus this month. Please play that game. It's really good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm looking at a list of like potential possibilities. Somebody said Wild Arms.
It could be Wild Arms. Would make sense. Soon the beast freed from Jest.
Metal Gear Solid.
Andrew, what if it's DMC 1?
Okay.
Like 1 or 3, either one would make sense with that.
Like an actual full remake, yeah.
Yeah.
Silent Hill.
Awesome.
I doubt it'd be Silent Hill. Konami's got like a...
Oh, The Legend of Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon would be amazing.
Oh my goodness. I would lose my mind.
Aren't we getting a new Dragoon game already, though? Like, it's not a remake of the old one, but we're getting a new one.
No, we're not, are we?
Yeah, I think we are. You gonna look it up? Okay. While you look it up, Super Mario Maker 2 has a free update coming. It's gonna include a bunch of cool new stuff, like an enemy that throws spikes from the newer games, boost pads, the Master Sword. So the Master Sword is going to be included as a power-up for OG Mario levels. Like for any with that original style that you make. And if you get the Master Sword power-up, Mario turns into Link and has the ability to use the sword, the ability to use the shield, the ability to use the bow, the ability to use bombs.
What?
It's a whole new moveset.
I did see that.
Nintendo seems to be wanting to move forward with Mario Maker 2 as like hey, let's do some weird, crazy, fun stuff in here.
Yeah.
That's really cool, especially since it's free. It's a free update that includes it. It's not DLC. You just get it. Pretty sick.
The game should do things.
Yeah. You see anything about a new Dragoon? Panzer Dragoon. That's the new one. We're getting a new Panzer
You're
Dragoon.
thinking of Panzer Dragoon.
And then the last piece of news that we have for this week is that Polygon, our friends over at Polygon, have named the 70 best characters of the decade.
I have to see this.
Why 70, man?
Who
It's
knows?
so many.
Who knows? We won't spend a long time on any of them, but I do want to move through the list.
The goose from the Untitled.
I haven't seen them yet. Don't spoil. We're going to move through.
It doesn't look like they're in order.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
They're
they
in
just
alphabetical.
yeah.
order.
All they've done is put them in alphabetical order.
okay. What we will do then, if it seems all right to you guys, is we will just start burning through them. Stop me if you find a character that you really like and want to talk about. Okay. I do agree, though. I think Link's Awakening dungeon building system would be really cool. It's like a full game. Mario Maker, Zelda Maker.
That's what I wanted.
Zelda
That's what
Maker?
I wanted in Link's Awakening.
Um,
If they had a Zelda Dungeon Maker game, like full game, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Yep, I'm right there with you. Okay. The first character is Alex from Oxenfree. Good character. Then Ali from Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. A weird choice from Ni no Kuni. That's Oliver's mom.
Yeah.
She's not in the like a lot of the story. She's not a very. I mean, she's a big character, but like, surely like Mr. Drippy or Oliver would have been a better choice. But we'll keep moving.
But never. I'm not gonna say it.
I know what you're thinking. No, I know what you're thinking.
I'm not gonna say it.
Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Gonna come out wrong.
Remember too that this is Polygon's 70 best characters of the decade. They think these are the best characters of the entire decade of the last 10 years of video games. Oliver's mom. Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Batman and the Joker from the Arkham series. Sure. I think the Joker from the Arkham series is a little weak, but sure. That Batman's good. The Bloody Baron from Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Callie and Mari, the Squid Sisters from Splatoon. Sure.
Sure.
Catherine de Medici from Civ 6.
Next.
It's a weird pull.
Yes, well, one of the best characters is a
Civ.
freaking leader from a Civ game.
Yeah, lots of story there.
Yeah, whatever.
I just want to remind you, too, you're going to see characters like that, and remember that your favorite characters got snubbed from this list so that that character could be there. Clementine and Lee from The Walking Dead. Good choices.
I agree with this.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
choice.
I agree.
The first season was really good.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Danny Williams from the FIFA series.
Meh.
Stupid.
Delilah from Firewatch. Sure.
Great choice.
Delilah Copperspoon from the Dishonored series.
I don't know.
Interesting choice, but sure. Dutch Vanderlyn from Red Dead Redemption. If Dutch is on this list and Arthur's not, which I know he's not because we're in alphabetical order, this list is trash.
I didn't like Dutch.
How is Arthur Morgan not on this list?
Yeah.
He's the only good thing about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Game's trash.
Adir Talik from Pillars of Eternity. Adir's a good character. Edith Finch from What Remains of Edith Finch. Elizabeth and Booker from Bioshock Infinite. Elizabeth, sure. Booker's a nothing, but okay. Ellie and Riley from The Last of Us Left Behind. Sure. I think Joel's a really good character too, but, you know.
Fake news.
Elodie from Long Live the Queen. Long Live the Queen's a fun game. You get to choose what Elodie's personality is, though, so I don't know how she can count on this list, but okay. Emmett Silk from Final Fantasy XIV. Shadowbringers. 2 thumbs up. That's great. That's a good choice. Florence Yeo from Florence. That's a great game that everybody should play on like $2 on your phone. You should buy that game. It's really short. It's really good.
Yep. I saw it too. And I'm just like, wait a minute.
The Ghost from Destiny.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I love Destiny 2. If I was to pick a character from Destiny, it would be Cade 6.
Right?
Why would I pick the go? Why would I pick the exposition
Unnamed
companion?
Ghost. Okay. GLaDOS from Portal 2. I think we froze. Hold on.
Okay.
We froze.
Yeah.
Hold on. We froze. Let's see if we catch back up again. Yeah, we're caught up. Okay. Good. Yeah, GLaDOS is fine. The Goose from Untitled Goose Game. Don't think he's a character, but sure. Okay.
He's a character.
Does he have a character, or is he just a goose?
He's a silly goose.
Oh, I see. Go ahead.
I don't know. Top of the decade.
Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. Sure, that's reasonable.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Hannah from Her Story. Okay. Herschel Biggs from LA Noire.
Meh.
There's a lot of good characters in LA Noire. Don't know that Herschel's one of them. The Goose over Arthur Morgan. Polygon. Oh, you're so right. Isabel from Animal Crossing. Sure. I like Isabel well enough.
Not really much of a character.
Yeah. She's got more characters than the Goose, at least, but, you know.
Hey, for Nicole Carpenter, that's her best friend. Okay, so don't talk about Nicole Carpenter's best friend like that.
Isabel is my best friend.
That's how it starts.
I didn't even notice that.
The little blurb underneath it is like, it's Isabel, Animal Crossing. Isabel is my best friend.
Okay, all right, let's keep going. Jack and Marguerite from Resident Evil 7. Good choices. Those are good characters.
Yeah.
Jane Shepard. Is that actually Shepard's, like, it's Commander Shepard, right? It's not Jack or Jane Shepard. It's just Commander Shepard.
No, so I think canonically it's supposed to be Jane Shepard.
Right, but why do you need to specify? They both fill the same role. You make Shepard who he's going to be or who she's going to be. It doesn't matter.
Better voice. Look, I can tell you why they picked it, and I'm not going to. Okay?
Because Polygon.
You can't trick me.
Jane's the default? Okay. Still.
Oh, here you go.
Commander.
Here you go, Trey.
Yeah, Kiryu Kazuma. Kazuma Kiryu. Absolutely. Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. That is a great character. Definitely one of the best of the decade. Also technically from the previous decade, but it's fine. Josh from Until Dawn. I still have not played Until Dawn.
I agree. If we're doing top 70, I agree with Josh.
Okay. Junko Enoshima from Danganronpa. Sure, Junko's a good character. I like her well enough.
Yeah.
Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yet again, Cassandra, Alexios, same character. You choose their dialogue. You make them. Don't see how they can rank when you get to choose who they're going to be, but okay.
Julian likes Cassandra.
Kirsten Geary from The Secret World.
Yeah.
An MMO that died because people didn't like the story in it.
No, it came back.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We came back with a good story.
Okay. Just threw me off there. Kratos from the new God of War. Sure. Good character.
Yeah.
Yes, fair.
Yes.
Agreed.
Sure. Lara Croft from the new Tomb Raider games. Sure.
Sure.
I don't really like her that much, but she's a fine character. I just think like her motivation doesn't make a lot of sense in those games. Lester Crest from GTA 5.
He's funny.
I didn't like him at all, but okay.
Yeah.
Lily Bowen from Fallout New Vegas. That's not from this decade, is it? New Vegas was last decade, surely.
Nope.
Oh, I'm so old.
Dude, we're 9 years into the.
It feels like New Vegas was like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
It came out in 2010, so it barely
counts.
beats
It
the mark.
counts. Lincoln Clay from Mafia 3.
I've
Sure.
heard good things.
I have too. Luca Cocciola from Battlefield 1. Never played the story for that, but sure. Madeline from Celeste. Sure, she's a good character. May Borowski from Night in the Woods.
Yeah.
Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War 4 and 5. I mean, Marcus Phoenix is Marcus Phoenix, you know? Marcus Holloway from Watch Dogs 2. He was kind of...
He's a good character.
I thought he was kind of a nothing, but sure, okay. Max and Chloe from Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Very good characters. Very good. Mira from Donut County. Still haven't played that.
Yeah, I need to play that.
The mom from The Binding of Isaac.
Has no characterization.
That's what I was thinking. The only character you get is that, like, she's religious and she wants to kill her son.
Yeah.
Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. Sure, Monica's a good choice. Nathan Drake. Yeah, Nathan Drake's a good character from Uncharted. Owlboy from Owlboy. Okay. Parthurnax from Skyrim. Sure.
Next.
Pagan Min from Far Cry 4. Sure, I like Pagan Min. He's a fine character. Parvati Holcomb from The Outer Worlds.
Oh my god.
I've only heard good things about Parvati.
Parvati is amazing. She stuck. She was with me the entire story.
Okay. The Player from Sunset Overdrive.
Not really a character.
Nope, not a character at all. Prince Sidon from Breath of the Wild. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Ratbag, the Coward from Shadow of Mordor. That's also a good choice. Ratbag's a pretty good character. Sam Porter Bridges actually winds up being a pretty good character, although I'm pretty sure that's probably recency bias, but you know. Samantha Greenbrier from Gone Home. Never played Gone Home. Not sure.
Gone Home is good.
Sans. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Andrew. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying it's pretty good.
Sans from Undertale. Great character. It's a
Yeah.
good choice. Scarlet and Finn from Blackwood Crossing. Senua from Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Yes. Amazing game.
Shane
Amazing character.
from Stardew Valley. It's a choice to choose Shane. I do think he has a really good arc, but it's a choice. Leah exists. Shovel Knight from Shovel Knight. He's fine.
Whatever.
Again, every other character has a character. He doesn't really have much of a character other than he wants to save Shield Knight. Sojiro Sakura from Persona 5. Sojiro's great. Spider-Man from Marvel Spider-Man. Good character. Stanley and the narrator from the Stanley Parable. Choices. Although Stanley, like, again,
Choice.
you kind of choose for yourself. The narrator's a good choice. Stanley, you kind of choose for yourself.
Yeah, the narrator is a great choice.
Tracer from Overwatch.
Nope.
So, I think if you include the comics, sure. She's a good character in the comics.
Of all people,
Could have chose
Not-
Brigitte, whose character is shown in her voice lines in game. Could have chose Reinhardt, who has that whole story like cutscene made for him. It's Polygon. The Traveler from Journey, yet again, not a character.
Yeah.
A playable character, but not a character. No written character dialogue, no story given for that character. Trico from The Last Guardian. Sure.
Whatever.
Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Great choice.
I like Venom a lot. I like him. Willow Pape from Kim Kardashian Hollywood.
What?
No. They do have reasons. They're just not good ones. The blurbs underneath them are bad. So, like, for
Yeah,
example,
I didn't want to read every
Trico.
blurb, but
Trico's
go ahead.
mishmash of cat, bird, dog, and deer was animated so lovingly that it was easy for many players to see a beloved pet in his large brown eyes. Below the surface, there was something even more impressive, but also more intangible: his behavior. Ignore Trico's whimpering, feed him only what's necessary, and he responds at a leisurely pace. But if you are quick to comfort him when he's injured and find every food barrel you can, Trico becomes an ardent companion, willing to overcome his mortal fear of stained glass in order to protect you from harm. That's it.
so I
Or
linked it.
Isabella is my best friend.
Yeah, Isabel's my best friend. I linked it in case you guys want to read the reasons for yourselves. That requires you going to Polygon. Real quick, I know Andrew's getting tired. I know Pat's got to go. Are there any characters that you immediately recognize were not on that list that you think should have been?
No. Hold on. You can't overlook Willow Pape from Kim Kardashian Hollywood.
I already closed the tab. I have
You can't
moved on.
Trey, you can't just say that as if you're like, well, of course. There's no debate. There's no debate there.
Like, it's got to be a joke list, right?
Has to be.
What about the new Captain Price?
Patrick? Atreus was not on that list.
No.
Who?
Atreus from God of War.
He, in my opinion, he has such great game development. I mean, character development.
I thought you said Kratos, and I was like, my D&D barbarian.
Yes.
Yes, he deserves to be on that list more than the goose does. Just quick shorthand. No judgment characters on there at all.
No, which makes no sense.
No other characters from any of the newer Yakuza games. Go back and listen to Best New Character from the last 2 years of Game of the Year. None of those characters are on the list.
Danny Williams from FIFA?
Yeah. Danny Williams from FIFA gets on there, but Raz from Valkyria Chronicles 4 does not get on that list.
Hell, go big. I mean, Arthur Morgan's not on the list.
How the heck is Dutch on that list and Arthur's not? 2B's not on that list. I'm thinking just to big game of the years.
I mean, there's so many of them that they threw two people in as one submission.
Yeah.
So they could have easily just said Dutch and Arthur.
Yes, they absolutely could have.
Okay, I don't know if you saw this part. The Polygon team picked these favorites based on various criteria, including characters that are transportive, convincing, funny, original, moving, or unusual. We have only allowed one character or duo per franchise, but it's worth mentioning that many of the games listed below have more than one memorable character.
We're just not going to honor them.
Yeah. What does transportive mean?
I have no clue.
I know what they're using it to mean, but I don't think it means what they think it means.
I feel like they're just like, well, okay, so is whoever says a character first, if you say your character and it's for this game, if somebody else had picked a character from that game, even if it's a better character, sorry, because I guarantee you somebody said Arthur.
Yeah.
But somebody said Dutch first, and then they were just like, well, I said Dutch, so...
The thing you have to remember...
Take a back seat, Roxanne.
The thing you have to remember is it's Polygon. And
Polygon
lest we forget, this is the same website that said, what word did they say in those Persona 5 lyrics in Super Smash Brothers? Nintendo has to fix this. About a Japanese vocal artist singing in English, saying a different word than the word they thought she was saying. Again, this is Polygon, but when I saw that they had done a 70 best characters of the decade, I was like, no, we have to see that.
Hot garbage.
I wish we hadn't. I wish I could take myself back and say, don't do this to yourself. You're gonna hate it.
Don't fall into the trap.
But there were 70 characters. Surely it could be okay. Surely at least 30 of them would be good. Why is there a Civ leader on that list?
Yeah. I can tell
Goose.
you why. But you're not going to like it.
Goose.
Not a single Pokemon character. No characters from the new Digimon games. No Call of Duty characters at all. No, I'm trying to think of what other big series didn't get represented at all. No Resident Evil character. Well, no, that's not true. They had Jack and Marguerite. They had Venom Snake, so they had Metal Gear covered. Prince Sidon,
the new Captain Price,
was the only Zelda character. But they said they were only choosing 1 or 2 from each series, so sure.
And that's what I'm saying. The people who had others were probably like, oh, you said Dutch? Well, I guess screw it. I'll just say Goose now because I'm only allowed 1. And I wanted to say this.
And they had so many characters that weren't characters.
Yeah.
It should have been
Like
70, our 70 favorite characters, not 70 best, 70 favorite. And they could have said whoever the heck they wanted. Not a single Three Houses character on there.
No, they didn't play that game.
No, clearly not. Not a single Fire Emblem character on there. I'm going to turn around. I'm only going to do this once. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to look at the shelf, and I'm going to pick a game and go, none of this character on there. How the heck was there not a single Souls character on that list?
I don't know, man.
Not Bloodborne. PS3. Not Sekiro.
Hey,
Goose.
To be fair, all of those pale in comparison to player Sunset Overdrive. So
The chick from the Kim Kardashian game. Come on, Trey. Sit down. Okay?
that didn't resonate with you?
The chick from the Kim Kardashian game? That's the greatest game of our entire generation.
I love that I spun around and locked on to Demon Souls. Also, yeah, so many characters that you are the character. Like, they're just a nothing for you to be they're a blank slate for you to change and mold them. And that type of character's fine. I like Alexios. I think he's a lot of fun in Odyssey. But, like, he's not one of the 70 best characters of the decade because my Alexios is very different from yours.
You're right. He's not. He's not on the list.
I'm really tempted. I don't have time for this. I'm in crunch. I'm really tempted to pin out a list of the 70 best characters of the decade. Only choosing 1 from each series.
Or 2.
How was there not a Dragon Quest character on there?
They don't play those games. They play Kim Kardashian, Trey. They play some game that has a goose in the story. They don't even know the name of the story. The people who made the game don't know the name of the title of the game. It's called Untitled Goose Game.
You know what? I feel like I'm being too harsh on this list for one simple reason.
You're not.
For one simple
They're
reason.
idiots.
Isabella's my best friend.
Yeah, Isabella's your best friend, Trey.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's worse than a BuzzFeed article. That's the problem. Polygon is a joke.
You guys have any plugs?
Not Polygon. I've talked about him before. Run JD Run.
Yeah.
The son of Mr. Witherspoon that passed away.
Yeah.
He posted a YouTube video talking about how he's getting over trying to get over the death of his father. And he was finally able to get into his recording room and record a video. And he's supposed to be uploading content hopefully at the beginning of the year. So if you care about that kind of stuff, I think it'd be really cool if the viewers that we have go show him a little bit of support because he's obviously going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's really, really trying to come back is just awesome. So
it's good. Andrew, you got any plugs?
No.
That Polygon article killed Andrew.
Yeah.
He's
Just
so
sucked the
done.
life right out of him.
It just.
Blast you,
I
Polygon!
They got me again.
I feel like it's like one a year that they have a good article that we cover on here. Like the
it's still
Anthem stuff,
half-ass.
when they did the Anthem stuff, when Jason Schreier put out that was a good article.
Well,
Trey-
wait, I thought Jason Schreier.
He's with Kotaku. He's not with Polygon. Never mind.
Look, I was gonna say, even if it was a good article, it could have been a half-ass article, and it's still better than all of the rest of their content. So they put out just crap constantly,
Oh, man.
and if they have one that's just a little bit nicer than crap, it looks great
Like,
compared to the crap.
I feel
Yeah.
bad because we bash on them all the time, but this is what they do. They do stuff like this for clicks.
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all.
They do it
They're
just
shit.
for clicks.
I
Like,
said it. They're
we're gonna
shit.
make a list of the 70 best characters from the last 10 years of video games. We're
Wanna
not
get mad for 30 minutes.
We're not actually gonna do any research for this list. We're just gonna think of the first 70 characters that come off the top of our head.
We're gonna think of the best games ever created.
We
And
talked
the number
about
one game on the list is Skyrim.
we talked about a game today that had a character called Papa Death in it, who is a skateboarding Grim Reaper. He should have been on that list. That's from Let It Die.
How good is he at playing soccer?
Apparently not
Yeah.
that good.
Is he Is he the best teammate you'll ever have? No, not on the pitch.
It's like I was in the writing room. All right, we need to go so Andrew can go and rest from that Polygon article.
Yeah, that just zapped me completely.
I'm gonna plug our previous Game of the Year stuff because I'm in full Game of the Year mode right now. I'm excited. I'm gonna start recording tomorrow. It'll take a while before they come up, but I'm gonna start recording tomorrow for Road to GOTY 2019, which will be me covering one video on each of the games that I have played this year. Some of which will be spoilers because it'll be in the post game, but just my thoughts on the game itself individually and what I think about it and all that fun stuff. And those will be rolling out little by little. Extra big thanks, Andrew from chat, staying with us on the verge of sleeping in his chair. Chat appreciates it.
Yeah.
Anyway, with all that said, thanks everybody for coming out to the stream. Everybody that's seeing this on the YouTube VOD, I'll have it fixed before next week. Don't worry, I'm going to fix it right after this. Who knows how long I'll be doing that. But regardless, until next time, I've been Trey.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Patrick.
And we've been the Full Spectrum. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that has to offer.